The Pittsburgh Steelers have made more moves to their roster, signing one player but releasing three others. So, yesterday, the Pittsburgh Steelers made a total of four more moves to their roster, 90-man roster that is, signing linebacker Toby Ndukwe, but also releasing running back Master Teague, releasing linebacker Tay Crowder, and also releasing linebacker Amiki Egbel. So, the Pittsburgh Steelers obviously brought in Toby Ndukwe and like what he showed in minicamp because he wasn't with the team beforehand and he was only with the team from May 21st to May 23rd. And he comes from college from Sam Houston State and he's also an SMU linebacker. And like I said, he participated in the 3-day rookie minicamp and obviously he impressed to the point where they released two other linebackers and signed him to the 90-man roster. So now the Pittsburgh Steelers 90-man roster stands at 87, meaning they have three more players they could sign to the team with 87 players out of 90. So let's just go over what Ndukwe could bring to the team and what he's done in the college level. So in 8 games in 2022 at Sam Houston State, he has registered 34 tackles, 10 tackles for loss, half a sack, 1 interception, 5 quarterback hits, and 2 pass breakups. And Ndukwe, he checks in at 6'1", at 237 pounds, and also he's 33 and 3/4 inch arms. He has ran a 4.73 4-yard dash time and has also recorded a 36-inch vertical jump at his pro day, and also 10 and 6-inch broad jump and 28 reps on the bench. So prior to his time at Sam Houston State in college, he also spent 4 seasons at SMU playing in 43 total games with the Mustangs. He recorded 26 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, 4.5 sacks, and 1 fumble recovery. So he's not an outside linebacker, he's more of an off-ball linebacker, a middle linebacker, inside linebacker. So that's an area where the Pittsburgh Steelers lack a lot of depth. They really only have 3 guys and 1 guy carrying over from last year. They brought in Landon Roberts, they brought in Holcomb, and obviously have Mark Robinson. But they really lack a lot of depth in that area. So obviously them decided to cut 2 inside linebackers and sign Ndukwe. Obviously that's showing trust in him because he only was with the Steelers for 3 days in minicamp, and obviously he showed out to the point where the Steelers decided to give him a chance, and now he might even have a chance to make the practice squad, or even right now, since they're lacking a lot of depth, he might even make the main roster when it's all said and done. Yes, the Pittsburgh Steelers are bringing in guys like Quan Alexander for tryouts, but they haven't signed them yet. And usually when they don't sign a player right away after bringing them into the facility for tryouts and stuff like that, they really won't end up signing him. So right now, Ndukwe, being a 4th linebacker, may actually pan out for the Steelers, and he may actually have a chance to make the main roster. So the Steelers signed Ndukwe, but like I said, they released 3 other players. And I know you guys hear that one name, and it sounds familiar. The Pittsburgh Steelers released running back Master Teague, and I know a lot of you wanted him to make the main team last year because he absolutely showed out at training camp running over defenders. He actually ran over Mark Robinson in practice, and that was a big highlight for him, but he got injured in the preseason and in training camp, and he never ended up playing in a game for the Pittsburgh Steelers and never made the main roster. He ended up being on a practice squad and kind of not playing for the Steelers, but he never ended up making the main roster, and now he got cut by the Steelers. So, like I said, let's just go over Master Teague real quick, because I know a lot of you guys liked him from last season. So, Teague was also signed to a reserve/future contract earlier in the offseason, and he spent time with the Steelers, like I said, in training camp last year, and he spent time on the practice squad. But in college, Teague played a college ball at Ohio State from 2018 to 2021, and at his time there, he rushed 1,764 yards and 17 touchdowns. And that's a lot of yards. He averaged 5.5 yards per carry, and he also caught 11 passes for 118 yards. And in 2020, he rushed for 8 touchdowns. So that was the 3rd most in the Big Ten. He played 31 games for the Buckeyes with 6 starts. So now with having time and having a lot of production in college, let's hope that he gets another opportunity because we all loved seeing him and his kind of story last season as a running back who was behind basically four other guys, and he really showed out. And if not for injuries, I really believe he had a big chance of actually make the team if he did not get injured in the preseason for the Steelers. Because if you think about it, he's a guy who is a big guy and could play special teams. And Benny Snell Jr. basically only played special teams for the Steelers last year. Yes, he played a little bit at running back when people got injured, but he was basically a special teams guy. So Master Teague, if he didn't get injured, he could have basically made the team. And now, the Pittsburgh Steelers, like I said, they lack a lot of depth at running back. When you think about it, their running backs right now, they only have obviously the starter, the number one guy in Najee Harris, and a guy who could be a 1B situation in Jalen Warren. They really only have those two guys. Yes, they brought in a rookie this year in the offseason. They signed him in the offseason, and they also still have Anthony McFarland Jr. coming back, but they really usually carry three running backs on the team, and right now they only have two main guys. Let's see who makes the team as a third, and I believe, like I said, the Steelers roster right now stands at 87 players, and I believe since they released 3 players, signed 1 player, but also had 1 open spot, that brings them a total of 87. That means they have 3 more players they could sign to the 90-man roster ahead of OTAs, which actually already started today. So the Pittsburgh Steelers, I believe, if they're going to bring in a guy, they're going to bring in a running back and kind of test him out, see if he can make the roster. Because like I said, the running back is lacking a lot. And obviously the Steelers already brought in Ndukwe, an inside linebacker, but that area is really lacking depth as well. So I believe they could bring in a veteran guy, inside linebacker, kind of test him out, see what he has, and eventually sign him to the team and look for that area to be fulfilled. Usually the Steelers carry around 4 to 5 inside linebackers, so let's see who they'll bring in at inside linebacker. I still believe they're bringing a running back and inside linebacker. And the Steelers today already brought in an outside linebacker as well, a veteran guy in Marcus Golden, which played a lot of games and years with the Arizona Cardinals and put up a big production there from Arizona Cardinals. So let's see if the Steelers end up signing him. And I believe in the coming days, you're going to see more news breaking that the Pittsburgh Steelers are signing guys, at least 3 more guys, and making moves because they have rooms to fill on their roster. And usually the Steelers fill all the room on the roster. So let's see who they sign in the future. And it's been a busy offseason. It seems like news and moves are being made every day by Omar Khan. So just know that whenever a news or rumor breaks for the Steelers, a signing comes in, or even a trade, just know I'm covering it and I'll be covering everything. And with that being said, let me know down in the comments below. How do you feel about the signing of Ndukwe at inside linebacker to the Steelers? And how do you feel about the Steelers releasing Tay Crowder, releasing the other linebacker, and also releasing running back Master Teague? Let me know your thoughts if you even think Ndukwe is going to make the main roster, or if you have a chance to make the main roster, or do you think he's just going to be a practice squad guy? And how do you feel about Master Teague being released? I know a lot of you liked him. So let me know down in the comments below. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel down below as well if you like serious content, analysis reports. Like the video, turn on post notifications down below for this channel as well so you get notified whenever I post the next Steelers video. And like I said, I've been covering all the moves the Steelers have made so far, from free agency, the draft, and everything else. Undrafted guys, if you want to see all their draft profiles, all their signings, and introductions to the team, they're on the channel, so go ahead and watch it. And like I said, everything that follows into the preseason beyond this regular season, I'm covering it all. So like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all later. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.